All right, hi everyone. Welcome to Most Controversial. We have Josh Ettingermentum on, and I'm going to confront him about why he doesn't talk about why Ben Franklin is bullshit. My number one concern with American politics.
Is
What?
Ben Franklin
Ben
bullshit?
Franklin, he's
Yeah,
bullshit.
I find him to be bullshit, and I'm confronting you about it.
He's kind of like annoying.
Yeah,
Like we
see?
get it.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know
like, I
anything
was
about
thinking
Ben
the other
Franklin.
day, he's like if the American Revolution, it's like they added a cartoon dog to the American
Yeah,
Revolution
that's
to appeal
true.
to kids.
Who? That's a really good point. He was also like 80 years old, like
He
while
was
all of
so
that was
old.
happening, which that pisses me off.
Yeah, he was just like a columnist basically, and then they just added him
Yeah,
on for fun. It would be
Flying a
just
kite and then getting struck by lightning while you're flying a kite is a very T-shirt of Einstein sticking his tongue out thing to do.
yeah,
yeah.
It's a little too
exactly.
much.
It's like here's the founding
Yeah,
father that like was a general, here's the one that wrote the Constitution, and here's the one that fucks around with electricity. And like, why
Yeah,
is that one
yeah,
important?
and we make him the most valuable money.
yeah,
We
yeah,
no,
make
yeah,
him the
he's the
most
best
money
money.
ever.
yeah, no. They
Yeah,
had they had a group messenger pigeon that he wasn't included in.
yeah. He was starting like fashion trends. He was like their Kate Moss.
Yeah,
Nobody gives a shit what he was up to.
yeah.
Yeah,
But they
it's a
made
really good
us
point, and I never
they
really
made
thought
us
about
learn
it that
about
way.
him. Yeah.
And we need to cancel him because of
Yeah,
it.
this is the
Yes.
next article. The other founding
Yeah,
fathers, nothing really we need to cancel them over, but Ben Franklin, probably the worst.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
He's just
did
like
used to get him
annoying.
mixed up with Thomas Jefferson. I don't know how.
Yeah.
He
It
had
took
like
me
this specific
a while
look.
to get like, oh, one of them was the president and one of them was not.
Yeah.
One of them just did experiments.
hmm
I'm
Ben
just looking
Franklin
at his
got mogged
Wikipedia
by that
page
monk who
now.
boiled pee.
I'm looking at this Wikipedia page now, and I'm just thinking like, you are not a vibe, man. It says
Yeah.
he was excited by tofu. Like, fucking grow up,
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
grow up, dude. It's not
Yeah,
that good.
yeah,
Yeah. It's just
Oh, I
like,
made a fucking glass harmonica. I played chess.
yeah.
I don't fucking care. I
You
gave
know,
money to Philadelphia. Well, I guess actually he was the first pro LGBT founding father for that.
yeah. I'm
you
gonna
know
be
he
the
was
only.
always saying shit like the implications are astounding.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
he
be the only one with different hair in this entire country.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone else has the
Uh,
same hair. I have different hair.
and then he was
Frank
fucking
Franklin was the first guy in American history to wear a graphic T-shirt that said "Normal
Yeah,
doesn't scare
he
me."
was.
man, this
Ben
is
Franklin was into Deadpool.
this is a yeah. Brent Franklin said release the Snyder cut.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
this
then like
is annoying me because it reminds me of how whenever they like talked about this stuff, they always talk about Ben Franklin was like 80 years old and like all the other founding fathers were like 25, and they were like, oh, that means that he had aura. He was like saying crazy shit. They were bringing him in like a full body cast, like the guy in SpongeBob, and he was
Mhm.
dropping wisdom. But you know what? I think he was grooming them. Now that
Yeah,
I think about it, which
George
is fucked
Washington
up.
was groomed.
hmm
He was grooming the founding fathers. He was the
yeah,
founding groomer.
hmm
I don't think they would have taken him seriously enough to get groomed. They like immediately were like, oh, this is a
Yeah,
fucking guy. Like he
I
tried,
like
but he couldn't pull it off.
I like
yeah,
the idea of today, like a revolutionary militant movement, like adding on one guy who's like a 78-year-old advice columnist. Like I
yeah,
like that concept.
yeah. Like Paul Krugman. But
Yeah, yeah,
he also created like the iPhone.
yeah. That's what like Robert Reich's trying to do.
Yeah,
Is like
he
trying
is
to be
Ben
like the
Franklin. He has Ben Franklin swag by being like 4'8".
he
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I saw pictures of him. And I was like, wow.
He was like a guy who's like annoyingly into Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like this was my childhood, like way too much.
Honestly, you know, it would be like if there was like a revolution, like there was like a revolutionary insurrection, like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Bill Nye were like
Yeah,
also attached to it.
nostalgia critic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill Nye, the
Um,
religious guy. God, God,
Yeah,
God, 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 God. Bill Nye, the religious guy.
but
yeah. So this is
I
the Revolutionary War episode
Yeah.
well,
because we're
I
studying.
It's like the season 4 premiere of The Righteous Gemstones. We're just gonna do the
Yeah,
entire thing 300 years in the past.
yeah,
I I did go on r/slash HistoryWhatIf, which is one that I've been
oh
wanting to go
yeah,
on for a while now, but I wanted to get a proper guest who I think could sort of
yes,
properly appreciate some of these hypotheticals. And
yeah,
I'll start off with one that I saw just before getting on. What if Buchanan was outed for being homosexual for intensely kissing his vice president? Would he be kicked out of office, thus in a way making life better? Assume Breckinridge was gay also. So yeah.
I'd like to assume Breckinridge wasn't gay.
Yeah.
Because this did happen. Breckinridge was straight, and he goes,
"This is interesting.
My stars."
Because he's gay, but he doesn't know it until Buchanan kisses him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it all comes rushing to him. Yeah.
Yeah. I love sorry, but yeah, you can just cut that out. You can just say what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna say I like the implication that you can right sort of the wrong of like the worst U.S. president by having him exposed as being gay. That you can right historical wrongs through contextual homophobia. And
we basically know that he was gay.
Yeah, I looked on the Wikipedia before this because I was like, no shot, but he was.
No, he was.
Was the 1700s like too early for like homophobia though? Was it just were the priests just kind of like I don't know what that is?
What we call the era of gay presidents in the biz.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
wasn't like a politicized thing yet. So if you went to a priest and you said you were gay, they're just like, I don't know, whatever, man.
Yeah, that's just having fun with your friends.
I was going to say
I don't care. I don't care. You're just weird.
Specifically, Buchanan was president in the 1850s. You would know that if you went to school. But
I forgot we started still talking about Jefferson. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Also, Boston is the best fucking. I mixed him up with Franklin.
They stopped learning after 1812 in Boston.
Boston is the best
that.
public school system in the country. You fucking asshole.
Yeah,
they get through it so fast. That's what makes it great.
No, not what happened. I had an AP history teacher who had two girls, but if she had a boy, she said she would have named him after Eugene V. Debs. She rocks.
People in fucking blue states live in cartoons. This pisses me off. Like, I know somebody went to like high school in like Portland, and it's like everything they talk about sounds like a TV show. They get like days off to protest.
No, that actually did happen at my high school. Yeah, nobody would get mad at you if you left to go protest.
Yeah.
Also, my high school was like almost like exactly like 25% split between each racial demographic, which is really funny.
Yeah, mine was kind of on that vibe also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Boston Latin Academy.
They suspended people for protesting during the March for Our Lives thing, and it was because they tried to like cut. Like the thing with it is that for some reason there was a Republican, like the Young Republicans president was also like the student body president, and they like tried to compromise with it,
and
like by like saying, "Oh, we're gonna have an official like morning thing, so you don't need to do the protest." And I went to it. It was at 8 a.m, so most people hadn't even been to school yet, and it was just this guy's like dipshit friend playing Imagine into like on a microphone with his guitar.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah,
that pissed me off so much. I went to like the protest. I wasn't planning on doing it before then because I'm a base pro Second Amendment leftist.
Yeah,
but
I want to protest this guy.
Yeah, I did it out of principle in opposition to that guy.
Now, if you wanted to protest at my school, usually my school started like stupid early is the other thing. Like you said, I got to school at like 8 before like anyone had even arrived. Like we're done. We're almost done with first period by then.
Yeah,
you had to get there fucking early. So like we would get out at like 1:40. Which meant that like if you wanted to take like 7th period off to go to a protest and it was really important, like nobody got mad at you. I think like right after like Trump got elected, like a bunch of people did that, and like all the teachers was just like, yeah, go for it, fuck them.
My teacher during the period where when the protest was scheduled, when the walkout was scheduled to happen, performatively stopped teaching and started eating an apple and said nothing. It was just like looking at us.
Yes,
that's awesome. Eating
he's protesting doctors. The protest was against doctors.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyways,
surgery.
What I was gonna say about like as like a foremost expert on queer history, like pre-Stonewall, American culture had this like our American like kind of political culture had this interesting relationship with like being gay, where like obviously you couldn't like be kind of gay or else like they discriminated against you, like they didn't like women vote or anything, like they were bigoted. But if you were like really gay, like people thought it was like cool. It's like every admiral like in like World War II, who they all named like cities after, like in like the Levitt towns. They were all like the queeniest people of all time. Like they like were crying over everything. They were like there's that famous story about that guy who misread like a telegram saying like the world wonders what you're doing, and he nearly like cost the Navy a gigantic battle because he just went into his room and started crying. And these people were like the most respected people on the planet. So I think that if Buchanan just started kissing people, they would like think that that's like a really cool like alpha thing to do, and it become like a frontier trend. Yeah, and he could have won a second term if he did that.
He would have won a second term.
That's coalition building.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Here's a good one. This is one that I really like just because of how wide it is as a hypothetical. I just resent it. If you want to read it for us.
Yeah, what if the United States won Vietnam? The war on drugs never happened. The United States won the War of 1812. The United States annexed the Yucatan and northern Mexico like it wanted to. No NAFTA. American manufacturing never declined. No education reform in 1979. And Ross Perot's wins in 1992. Yeah, that would change absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the same.
Yeah.
I do like the inclusion of the War of 1812 because, like, what would change if we won the War of 1812?
We would have a Canada. We would have the 51st
I guess
state.
That's true. Yeah.
We would have all the Quebecois in our country.
Oh, yeah. And then that would give us the confidence to vote for Ross Perot. That would give us like enough weird guys.
And our manufacturing wouldn't go away. This is like a fucking dumb thing, but it is funny saying Ross Perot wins in a world where manufacturing never declines.
Yeah, everything's great. We just love Ross Perot so much.
Yeah, I don't know what he's running on in that world. Like, he's like, we need to reinvade Vietnam to get the like prisoners back. Yeah. That was another big thing. He started the whole POW MIA thing. And you know whose fault it is that we have the POW MIA flag at every federal building?
Mm-hmm.
It's Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
It's the greatest triumph of virtue signaling in history.
That's hilarious. I did not know that was her.
It was her.
I mean, was that? I'm gonna guess. Was that like a mid 2000s thing?
It was like late 2010s.
Late 2010.
Really? It was under Trump. It was under Trump 1.
Oh, was it because he was like disrespecting veterans or whatever? Was that the thing?
It was like a bipartisan bill.
I am going to make this a repudiation of Donald Trump's agenda and hatred towards our veteran community.
Yeah, she did it with Tom Cotton.
Oh yeah. God, 2017 was like,
it was
so much worse in like a few ways.
This was like the last bill passed before COVID.
Yeah, it was very much like the second Trump administration is worse, obviously, but in 2017 just nobody knew how to deal with it, and everyone just kind of went more insane.
And it worked. He was never more unpopular than he was in like 2017. Like he was at like 35% approval ratings. They were winning.
What about now? Isn't he like super unpopular now?
He's like at like 44%, which is a lot worse than when he came in, but he's still above where he was in 2017. Like in 2017, Democrats were winning races in like Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
This was before the economy got good under him, so everybody just hated him.
Yeah. Quick, let's pirate your series you did with Spencer so they don't have to pay for the Chapo feed. Quick, more information, more information. Also, this continues to say, what would happen if all of these many things happened in America? Also, Bay of Pigs succeeds, but does not result in any nuclear war. Instead, Cuban Civil War, which is won by the American-supported anti-communists. Also, Perot wins again in 1996, and America does not America decides to not demilitarize Japan and instead decides to turn them into an anti-communist ally in Asia to beat back communism and secure influence. And this is by user.
Are they not already an anti-communist ally? I felt like they did that.
They're like they can't have like a navy or something, and it's from user praise kek, and it's 2 years ago, which is a really. When did he make his account? Oh yeah, no, this account was created
October 7th.
Yeah, it's created on October 8th.
Hamas created this account as a diversion.
Yeah, to confuse us, to have us all consider these questions.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the most sexual question we found on History. What if Hillary Clinton had been involved in the affair with Monica Lewinsky instead of Bill?
This is a good question.
It would be really funny if this did happen with Hillary and she was like 1,000 times meaner than Bill was.
Yeah, or it happened with Hillary and everyone still hated Hillary and loved Bill Clinton.
Trump would get some really good lines off about it, I think.
Yeah. He'd be Trump is like Wendy Williams is what happens in like the socialist timeline.
Honestly, I think the fact that Trump never brought up Monica Lewinsky, I think that shows like his gossip bona fides, because like I feel like any other politician would like go for that because that's easy, but he he really knew how to work around it.
Yeah, he has some like specific thing. I was gonna say like about Trump 1.0. 2017 was when he was at his least popular, and he had like some like good like kind of bits in there. But I think 2019 was my favorite like year of Trump so far because like nothing was really happening. You had like this was like the peak woke, like the high woke, like the golden age of woke. You had presidential candidates running banning Trump from Twitter. The economy was just doing really well, but everybody just still hated him. And like I think the one thing that I always think of is when he that was the year where he said washed up psycho Bette Midler, which is probably it was.
Wow.
That was in the summer of 2019, and people just hated him because he was doing shit like that, and they were sick of him. And then COVID happened.
That was like the peak of like his dementia. I mean, I think it's probably peaking again, at least public dementia. Like that's when I feel like
he was trying to start a war with Iran, then he got impeached over some bullshit.
Oh, that's right. It was like the fucking like Ukraine stuff, right? And then that was when he had full access to his Twitter and was just like absolutely going off about everything, and he had just lost control of the Senate. Yeah, no, I think that was a good time. I don't know. I guess it would be hard to create like a tier list of like
Trump years.
Yeah, Trump years or like Trump phases. I don't know. How do you break it down into like 3-month phases?
Yeah. It's like the MCU.
Yeah, it's like the MCU and also the moon at the same time.
He's in his like flop era right now, where they're doing shit with like fucking Ant Venom or whatever his name is.
Absolutely.
YouTuber like Ant-Man. Is he called Ant-Man?
Yeah,
he is. Yeah.
Real. Oh,
there's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Shut up, never. Like stuff that feels made up. There was like a witch show called like Agatha All Along. I just kind of like faintly remember existing.
Agatha All Along is a really good name.
Apparently, it's in the MCU. It's one of the TV shows nobody fucking watches.
Yeah, that's a Marvel thing.
Oh, really? I thought you came up with that because it sounds like a really good.
No, that's like not. It's not made up. That's a real thing.
It's after that. It says it's set
Catherine Hahn in it, I think.
It says it's set after the events of that one show that everybody cried about with the robot.
Oh yeah, WandaVision.
Yeah.
I can read this one. What if the New World had been inhabited by lizard people? Well, it all started 66 million years ago with the KPG extinction event eliminated 75% of all organisms, including dinosaurs. But in this timeline, a few microraptors and trotons survived in South America, and a few species in North America and Australia. But from the Tronidid, a sapien was born right in the plains of North America. They evolved 2 million years ago. Well, history goes the same as the old world. These lizard people are covered with feathers from Egyptian mythology and harpies, i.e. they resemble bird people, but they have a reptilian appearance. They spread in both the Americas and have Paleolithic level technology. They are 1.48 meters and have claws and can be venomous.
I love that.
They can be venomous.
They can be venomous.
The Pleistocene megafauna in the Americas survives. How will the contact between the Vikings be? Contact with Europeans. Well, these lizard people possess language and can build rafts and simple boats to cross water. I love all the little details here, like 1.48 meters tall and can build rafts.
I love the idea of a very barrel-shaped man in a MAGA hat yelling like, "No daughter of mine's gonna be dating a poison mouse."
Yeah, viral posts where people
gonna kiss you and then you're gonna die.
Everybody making fun of like some MAGA person for like telling a lizard person to go back to his home country.
Go back to your egg, boy.
Yeah, well, as a historical materialist, absolutely nothing would change.
Yeah,
there would Venom would probably expedite a few reforms out of feudalism, but other than that, no, probably not. Okay, I really like this hypothetical.
They would just invent diaspora screeching instead of poetry.
Yeah.
They would just go, I really like that is so fucking meaningful.
There's
one guy who's like, I don't know, he's just like screaming. It's like not really doing anything. And like another white person next to him like shushes them and goes like, it's not for you.
Oh yeah, Josh, if you want to read this one.
How do you think the slave-owning presidents would make their money if they were alive today? I love this question. This is a really good one.
This was cross-posted from r/presidents, which I think we've been on before, but
that's an awesome subreddit.
It is an awesome subreddit because it's like surprisingly apolitical.
Yeah, it's really cool. That and another good one, like related to this, is r/imaginary elections.
Oh, I think I've been suggested that.
Yeah, that one's really fun because every map is like the fucking same. They're obsessed with John Ossoff. I can send some stuff. Like I'll find like their top post of all time. Although actually, no, they don't have the controversial filter anymore. What happened?
You have to type it into the URL.
Yeah, to the URL.
You have to type in controversial at the end of your.
I have no idea
because it's still an option on your phone.
It is.
You can still sort by it. It's only
I fear
on
that they'll take it away
browser.
one day.
Yeah, this is the thing that like because this is the only place I can talk about this and not like be killed and like dragged through the streets like a dog and
I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's because all the people on that subreddit subscribe to you.
Yeah. It's but they start when you go on like subreddits now. It has their fuck ass like best filter, which is way worse than their hot filter, and it shows shit from like 23 days ago. Like at the top. Like, I don't know what the fuck best even means. Hot makes sense because hot is like the number of upvotes versus when it was posted. But I don't know what the fuck best is supposed to be. They're shoving it down my throat.
It's like most upvotes. Like whatever's the highest score.
But that would be like top. That would be top like of the day. That's a different.
Yeah,
I do remember. I got really mad because I wanted to do an episode of this with like some football reporter friends of mine. Like I wanted to have like Will Sennett and like Theo Ash on to do an episode. And I was like, all right, I should go get some like football posts for this. And if you sort controversial in any of the football subreddits, every single post is just like a breaking news story that people didn't like.
Yeah,
it's all shit like fucking like Khalil Mack has been traded from the Raiders.
That is the issue with a lot of them.
I think I went on r/NFL and like 3 of the top 10 most controversial posts of all time were all relating to Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not funny. I can't make funny jokes about that.
There's one post on r/imaginary election, the most controversial of all time, and it's the 2024 presidential election, but I'm the only one that voted, and it shows Ron DeSantis getting 1 vote in Virginia, and none of the other candidates getting any votes.
He doesn't get 270. He doesn't become president.
This was posted like in 2023.
I do love the idea of there being a presidential election where like 7 people total vote and nobody knows why. Like everybody just is like, oh, it's something to do that day.
I was oh wait, let me look at the one about how they made their money again. I'm sorting it by controversial. Someone said owner of a private prison, i.e. slavery. Oh, someone said I like the OP whose user flair. I think this is pretty in line with his comment. His user flair is Jimmy Carter, and he just says, I imagine Thomas Jefferson would be running an architecture firm.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's really related to anything. It's pretty mundane.
Like they're not giving us anything here. You're supposed to say something like, "Oh, they'd be like an influencer," or like, "Oh, they would be iPhone," or they'd be a slave themselves, or like
they would all be slaves.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. There was one about white slaves that I had saved that I wanted to.
Yeah, one of imaginary elections thing that has stuck with me from like 7 months ago, and it is probably a joke post about because they love adding random bullshit to like the little wiki boxes that they make, where it's like they add, oh, this is their title and this is their. They put like a little like flag of the state they're from next to the state. So this one's like John Edwards beating Bush in 2004, called "Class Over Race," and they put like
that's such an awesome title.
What?
Yeah, and it's like in like Nazi font with a rifle next to it.
Oh yeah, it is. What the fuck?
And he's winning like by 1 state. It's not like an impressive win at all. And if you click on it, there's like multiple songs playing, and the portraits are like just animated videos and gifs. One of them is like a Coca-Cola ad.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right.
Class over race.
No,
fuck what?
Yeah, because they're normally like, I don't know what, like it's like a nation redeemed or some some slogan like that. Or like, triumph through fire, but it's just class over race.
It has it says electors and electors' residencies.
That's awesome, coming up with all the electors.
Yeah, and all their addresses.
Yeah, it's just like your friend. It's just all your friends who are giving out their. It's like, no, my friends wouldn't be like in the cabinet, but we are doing self inserts as electors.
Yeah.
Please give us that much.
No. Fucking. Yeah, well, I haven't checked the controversial for but this is another thing about Reddit that I just want to complain about. They had crazy like inflation going on like 4 years ago. So every top post of all time is from like 2022 or 2020, like or 2021.
Look, I'm aware I host a Reddit podcast, but that's something only you would know.
What?
You've got a timeline of like Reddit.
I've noticed the trend. I've noticed the trend.
Okay.
You're not the one. Yeah. You're not the one that finds the posts. I know the intricacies. I know exactly what goes up, what goes down, what's controversial. You know, when sorting by controversial, all the controversial posts are trans. If that means the community is transphobic, or if the community is mostly not transphobic and just a few of them are, and they're mostly very positive. You know, I know the ins and outs.
This one is kind of I'm looking at the controversial for imaginary elections, and like the third most controversial of all time is this person named the Political Prophet that said 2024 U.S. election prediction, and it just had Trump winning by like slightly more than he did in real life against Biden. Like it's like the real life map, but he also wins Minnesota, Virginia, and New Hampshire, which he came like a couple points from winning like all of those states. And everybody he polled like ahead of them before Biden dropped out, and everybody's saying like Republicans' wet dream. Dude calls himself the Political Prophet. Yeah. Clear shit post on a throwaway. When you're 15 and your dad asks who the good guys are, and he says Republican. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like this one, like kind of accurate. He did have RFK getting like 15%, but otherwise it's just like pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's like pretty normal. It's not like, you know, all those ones where it's just like a complete blowout either way.
No, it probably just like a voice transplant that makes him sound normal.
Yeah, he probably did, honestly.
Because it gave him New Jersey, which he would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Northeast is going, they're reactionary right now.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to Gus.
No, what are you talking about? Boston is a bastion of woke.
Towards Trump by more than like most other states.
Yeah, that's all thanks to Gus. He gets so many votes. Yeah. He's been stealing all of them.
Didn't happen.
Trump outright won Fall River.
Yeah,
I did hear about
Sam Hyde lives there.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I get sort of through echolocation. I know things about Fall River that like I wouldn't. I pick up on details about it from like friends of mine, like referring to like a shitty type of guy and saying that he's very much from Fall River. So like that's how I like etch out the knowledge. What if antebellum slavery included indentured whites too? So, in addition to Africans held in slavery as we know it, the South had a system of indentured servitude for whites. White slaves were mostly brought over from Europe as immigrants to sign a 10-year contract. The contract, however, is the agency which then resells the immigrants' contract to a buyer. Oh, this is surprising. I was hoping that this was just like
this is a bit.
Yeah, I was when I saw this initially, I was hoping it would be like would Polish people be considered black today if this was the case? But no, it's just like saying like, what if there was a slightly more sophisticated like form of migrant labor in the South?
This is exactly what happened with indentured servitude. He's just like trying to prove a point.
Oh, he is. You're right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Point denied.
Dude, Charlie got owned, man. This guy dunked on you.
I accidentally spread reactionary ideas.
Yeah.
Oh no, this guy's posting in r/Minneapolis and r/propane.
This guy's pointing a laser pointer around the room. Yeah. Charlie's chasing it like a cat.
While I was scrolling through r/imaginary elections, this reminded me of something from a couple of years ago that I totally forgot about, but it's very important. So the biggest controversy in the history of r/imaginary elections was this Brazilian teenager, like this was after the 2022 midterms, who repeatedly and constantly made like election wiki boxes, like about like a moderate Republican, like Glenn Youngkin style person from Virginia winning. But instead of using the actual Glenn Youngkin, he created an OC named Ed Donnell, who's just a vaguely Asian looking white guy, and just kept on making like, and like So, like, this was, like, over and over. This guy doesn't even live in the United States, but he just had, like, Ed Donnell winning this, Ed Donnell winning that. and this was 3 years ago, I guess, but this post on our most controversial is somebody else who made their own OC, and this other OC looks like a 16-year-old boy, like photoshopped inside of a suit, and it said Ed Johnell versus James Hersey, which way, Western man? And he's comparing his OC to the other OC, saying for his OC, amazing self-insert, interesting backstory based on real life, had to rise from homelessness, president during the future. Interesting portrait made from scratch, and it's just like this kid's face, like photoshopped on like a politician's body. It invaded and annexed Central America while lying to Congress about it like a Chad. Part of a massive universe spanning 700 years.
That's so awesome to make an overpowered politics OC, because it's like bound to happen, because like people make those for like, you know, Sonic or whatever. Yeah. And you like
properly disciplines the Senate parliamentarian like a Giga Chad.
You know, there's plenty of stuff to be like, you know, like a fan of, and eventually you land on politics, even if you're in Brazil. And like, I don't know, I do wonder if like
wasn't even the thing with Ed Johnell is that like his OC wasn't even like that good. Like he won, but it was like by like 3 points. It wasn't like a Reagan thing.
That's so awesome just to like, because like, you know, you do like the like politics alternate histories. It's like, you know, you have like basically like, you know, so many characters to choose from. It makes it like pretty easy, but just to like entirely make someone up is like, I mean, that's like a pretty Herculean effort.
I know the invocation of the 1877 Agricultural Subsistence Act was talking to him like the Green Goblin master.
I
think I found the OG Ed Johnell post.
Like, I just found it too.
Yeah.
No, it's like just so.
To do with Israel. Is Israel Mexico? Am I looking at this right?
This is another one. This is an alternate. This is an r/alternate history, which I didn't go on that much because it's mostly pictures. It's like mostly image based, so it's like not the best for the podcast. But I really like this one. Someone's idea for the state of Israel in 2010 AD, fascist Israel. Lore in the comments. And as you can see, Israel has annexed the entire Sinai, annexed Lebanon, annexed all of Palestine, and also annexed the entirety of Saudi Arabia and the Gulf. And where Kuwait used to be, there is now Einstein City, and where I think Baghdad used to be is New Jerusalem. Jerusalem's still the capital, but there's also New Jerusalem.
Do they still let that Saudi prince run the esports World Cup? That'd be nice of him.
Hopefully. And then, and by the way, Israel's flag is just the flag of Israel, but now there's like the fasci on it, like the axe with the bundle. And
I'm not even gonna do like the wow. Could you imagine if Israel was fascist? Like that's too easy. I'm not doing that.
It's so funny that you just put like the symbol over it, and then also the leader is Ariel Sharon. Which I was going to say is ridiculous, but I think Ariel Sharon would be about as old as Netanyahu is now if he was president in 2010.
Ariel Sharon, and it's still a pedophile?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. He would have been like 80. Netanyahu's like 70, I think.
Oh, I thought he was older. Ariel Sharon would be older, and he would also be like twice the weight. He would just he would like increase in size exponentially.
He was so cool. He was like a circle.
Yeah, did you see those pictures of Gunter Flanger with him? Like he was like on his deathbed, and there's just this smiling Austrian man giving a thumbs up, and he just could not care less. He's just like, get the fuck out of here. He just doesn't care.
This episode is great because I'm finally getting what Charlie feels like when Griffin and I go on 10-minute tangents about basketball.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot about.
Cool. I get to chill. I'm happy to listen.
Yeah,
I'm learning about Ed Johnell lore. There was Ed Johnell Jr. and he also beat a Democrat by approximately 7 points.
So wait, he's in Virginia, and then I guess that is like impressive. I was gonna say it's funny to like.
It's like it's impressive, but it's like kind of impressive. It's like
that's
not
what's
like
so funny about it. It's like kind of
like
impressive.
Really good. It's not like this guy won in like it's not like crazy power skin. Like he won in like fucking Rhode Island, like the bluest state, the wokest state in New England. Like it's like he's just like winning in kind of like a moderately democratic state. That like other Republicans in real life have like won every now and again, and he's like winning the election, but like by a sort of big margin. I really admire it. It shows some restraint.
Yeah, I think that's like I do respect the restraint shown there when making your political. Oh, I needed to also ask you. So in terms of like alternate history election, who's your like for I guess like the mid 20th century, who is your least favorite alternate history like presidential candidate that like you hate seeing in those
like
scenarios?
the one that like just shows up all the time.
Yeah, like RF. I mean, probably not RFK, but like you know what I mean, like that.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of like shitty stuff with like an earlier Reagan because like a lot of like Republican like kids like imagining him.
Oh yeah,
like in an earlier period of history being like as successful as he was in the particular period of history he was. I don't like that's a little. I mean, there are like some tropes for sure, but like I don't know if anybody's particularly overused. People like using Nixon a lot. The really annoying thing is when somebody just gets like really into like it's not like usually you can't like go wrong with like really prominent figures that have defined roles, but when it gets bad is when like somebody gets really into like an obscure figure and makes them clearly a self-insert. Like
yeah.
But like they try to be, it's like the Ed Donald thing where they try to be like kind of moderate about it. So they'll make them like win every election, and like every other sentence will be like, oh, this person's super popular, but it's like, oh, also like they had like their agriculture bill fail, so it's like balanced and realistic.
Yeah, guys, Raul Castro was actually mesmerized by Walter Payton during the 70s, and he became a huge Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah, I forgot his Ed's nickname was Ed from Appalachia.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's such a shitty nickname.
Jesus Christ.
That's not even a nickname. That's longer.
Ed from Appalachia. That's what we all call him. He's 44 years old. He passed Donald Care. He had a cabinet that was just Trump's cabinet. His vice president was Mike Pence. Like this guy put together his first term, and he asked people to rate it, and like only like I think 10% of people gave him like a good rating. People just hated this. He created a subreddit for his OCs. Actually, it was called Gustavo's Alt Universes.
Oh, his name is Gus. Oh
yeah,
fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I
like this. I like this tweet. You know what I also like is that this is another good attention to detail is that you can see the number of quote tweets, and you can see that he is getting quote tweeted a lot. He's
people don't like him, but it's not like that bad. It's like oh, he's a controversial president. Like people are like ragging on him. But it's like he has more likes in the quote tweets.
Yeah, that's like that's like a modest like maybe 47% approval. Props to my French pal Emmanuel Macron. I like how it's like so overly casual that it just doesn't sound like anything. Props to my French pal Emmanuel Macron.
I have it. I thought I can't believe this guy Gustavo. He retired from alternative history like 7 months ago, but his like subreddit like still gets like daily posts.
I'm glad he left his mark.
People are making their own self-inserts that curb stomp Gustavo.
That's awesome.
This guy made a self-insert named George Flimbus who beat Ed Donald by 17 points.
yeah. I also like this other fake tweet he has to me because this is like so clear. Like this is the like clearest tell it's like a kid obsessed with elections. It's this fake President Ed Donald tweet. To me, the Democrat Party. Ooh, I like that he says the Democrat Party. That's a good touch.
He just saw that on Wikipedia. He's feeling himself.
Demon Rat Party.
Will always be the party of Benjamin Tillman, George Wallace, James Eastland, John Sparkman, Robert Byrd, Lyndon LaRouche, Theodore Roosevelt, Andrew Jackson, Andrew Johnson, Ellison D. Smith, et al.
He only does guys named Andrew.
Yeah. I don't think Lyndon LaRouche was ever a Democrat.
He was. He ran a Democratic primary.
Oh, that's right. He did.
One of his guys won like the lieutenant governorship of Illinois, like Democratic primary. So the like the real Democrat candidate had to start his own party, and he named it after like the Polish Solidarity movement because
that's right, he was really into that too.
Yeah, because everybody in Illinois is Polish.
What were the specifics of LaRouche's thing again? I know he was like a conspiracy guy. Both of you jumped in so fucking quick.
I jumped in to say you don't really know. I was not ready.
I don't really know either. He's like a Benjamin Franklin type person where he's just trying too hard. It's like, oh, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I care about concert tuning. I think the Queen Elizabeth is evil. Wow, I'm so wack. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Like, I think Lyndon LaRouche might be one of the worst like election inserts, honestly, from the ones that I've seen. He's like he's up there.
Yeah, Harold Stassen is one of that was the one I was talking about. He shows up on all the Wikipedia pages because he was like a pathetic guy.
Yeah, the Minnesota guy.
Yeah, he ran like in every election for 40 years after he was relevant. So they like always try to be funny with him.
We love losing at elections.
Yeah. I can't think. I don't think you guys have ever won. I mean, Georgia was one and done though. We came in. We won that election. We had the worst presidency of all time, specifically because he hired people from our state. We ruined the country, and then we checked out. We haven't.
Was this Buchanan?
No,
this was
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I should know that.
Yeah,
we learned. They made us learn about him in school.
Yeah,
Massachusetts, this guy just got shot.
Huh?
Kennedy.
RFK.
You guys had like 20 fucking guys.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the fucking old. I don't know where Martin Van Buren is from. I don't give a shit.
John Quincy Adams. He spoke out against the Mexican-American War.
Oh, did he?
He did. He was
good for him. Yeah. What was I gonna? I forgot what I was.
Calvin Coolidge, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Calvin Coolidge. I should have remembered Calvin Coolidge.
H.W. Bush was born
I like that Calvin Coolidge's entire reputation is that he was really boring, but after Warren G. Harding just did so many stupid scandals that people were like, thank God I don't have to fucking think about this.
The one story you hear about Calvin Coolidge is the one about him owning women. I think he was the first Redditor president. Someone was like, Calvin, I bet you can't get through the night without speaking more than 3 words. And he was like, and then at the end of the night, he was like, you lose, woman, or something like that.
Yeah. It was 2 words, and he just said, you lose. But
he said, you lose.
He said, you lose, woman.
Yeah.
He's Ben Shapiro's favorite president.
Yeah.
Calvin Coolidge could have played himself.
Run along, lass.
History.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. Calvin Coolidge won on the backlash against the Gamergate of that time, which was women getting the right to vote.
It was very impressive that he came in as a vice president to a deeply, deeply unpopular president, and he still was able to win a second term.
That's by a lot. He won by 30 points. It was crazy.
I was impressed. He was beasting.
Yeah.
I think that was just because we had just invented credit card debt, and we didn't. We didn't really know what would happen if we just kept using credit.
Yeah, he did.
And that kind of fucked up the entire country for a little bit.
Yeah, there was a candidate for the Socialist Party that year who got 16% of the vote, but he only won Wisconsin.
Oh, that's right. Was that Gaylord? No, Gaylord Nelson was in
Robert
the 70s.
La
Follette, yeah.
Oh, fighting La Follette. The only good thing to ever come out of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say about our education in Minnesota, because we don't. I guess we're just ashamed of Hubert Humphrey. Not really, but they just never talked. Yeah, they just never talked about him.
Did they teach about Mondale, who also got fucking owned?
No, not really. We would go to the Minnesota history. It was funny. There's a Minnesota History Museum, which is a history kit I was really excited about, but I didn't realize it was the Museum of Minnesota History. And it's just all right, well, the first big thing that happened here was we had the biggest execution of all time in the history of the country. And then there's a grain company, and then we invented Target and Best Buy. Does anyone have any questions? And then that's it. That's Minnesota's history. It's we invented Honeycrisp apples, and we're really bad at elections.
Yeah,
I'm that's enough. I've learned that. And then we would go. Wait, hold on. I just as I was saying that, I scrolled past a post on r/presidents that someone put up. I might make this the episode art if I can, of just someone putting up a middle finger and a picture of Herbert Hoover. at the FDR Museum. Oh wait,
this is how your grandmas were moving in 2000.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, he's doing this to Josh. I know your answer for least favorite.
It's Huey Long.
That's your least favorite election plugin. Yeah,
that is insufferable. I'm so sick of him. He sucks so bad.
Yeah,
he's got a better reputation than he deserves, right? That's the one.
It's because of a Hearts of Iron 4 mod.
Where Hearts of Iron. It was Hearts of Iron 2. It's been around forever. But he was this fucking crook piece of shit who just.
So he's the Sabaton candidate.
Yeah, he is the Sabaton candidate. It's the same demographic. He just his whole thing. He was just a populist guy who said, "I don't like the oil companies. I'm gonna look out for the little folk. I'm gonna share the pie with all just all this hokey bullshit."
And then he promised to cut back his N-word usage 50%, so people didn't think he was racist.
Yep, and 100 years from now, people are he's the most historically progressive person ever. Mm-hmm. And then he came into office and he just stole every single piece of every dollar in the state, just this complete crook piece of shit. And he built like LSU or something, which was another crime.
Yeah, that is another crime. Yeah,
and he got shot and died like a bitch by his own bodyguards. And people are like, "Wow, if this fat freak didn't get killed by his own boys, he would have beaten FDR, and we would have had a based populist president.
He kind of is like the SEC burner candidate for like alternative election. Like he's sort of the SEC burner politician. Just like you know,
it's really funny to say he would have beaten FDR. FDR was so fucking good at elections,
in 1936.
That's insane.
Yeah. Like the year where he won like nearly every state besides like the ones where they drove around on mooses.
Yeah. You know, he lost Maine or something like that.
Yeah, it was Maine and Vermont.
Wasn't that also the year where he won like 98% of South Carolina or something like that?
Yeah, that was like every year.
Yeah.
That was every election. And that was the power of left-wing populism.
Yeah.
Don't look at any voter.
Don't look at who wasn't allowed to vote.
Yeah. And he got 97% in Mississippi, and this is historical material as politics.
Yeah.
This is what Zohran is bringing back. He would do the same thing if the racist constitution
It would be really funny if Zohran did end up just being like a total crook. He's like worse than Brandon Johnson. He completely fucks it up.
Yeah,
he's like constantly stealing, like firing his advisors, firing his cabinet.
I was saying like after he gets after the primary's over, like instead of going on like all those shows, he's like really charismatic. He just goes on like interviews. And he's just like completely drunk. Like he's so clearly like wasted.
He's like that clip of Owen Jones on Piers Morgan where he's on so much blow, like his hands are shaking.
It's like one of those like shitty like late stage Dixiecrat politicians who never like ran an actual election. They were just drunk all the time.
Yeah,
he starts dating like a really low rent Red Scare girl.
Yeah,
not even like Dan Asha or whatever.
Yeah, he tries getting like deal checks or something from it. He's like, "Oh, this is why I left the left."
Yeah.
He moves out of New York City while he's married. Does one of those shit articles.
Yeah, it's like the way that like Eric Adams lived in New Jersey. He's like
he starts posting pictures of his Twitter Blue revenue.
That's the best move. Yeah. It's like he just says something awful. And he's like, "Guess what, bitch? You're paying my rent with this. Thanks for all the impressions, asshole."
Yeah. He's engagement farming, like a picture of like the Popeyes and like Bushwick or whatever.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. No, that's what we need to happen with. That's how we'll know that like his brand of politics is sustainable, is if he's able to do that.
He just like gets paid off. He starts like killing people.
I do. He's just. Yeah, that would be funny if he like, and then like everyone thinks that he's like, it's like, well, he's probably just like trying to do a power broker thing, and then like you ask him what he thinks about Robert Moses, he's like, who the fuck is Robert Moses?
No idea who he is.
Yeah.
He's like annoyed that you're asking him that. He tells you, like,
shut the fuck up.
He doesn't even like ally with like the people who seem to like him doing that. Like he's doing all this, but he's still like publicly beefing with like Eric Adams.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for. I hope that we get to see Eric Adams just a bit more during the election. Yeah. Although I think it is going to be like a delicate balance. I fear that he's going to like run out of funny things to say, and then it's just going to be like Trump after the election. It's going to be Trump between like November 2020 and January 2021, where he's just retweeting Fox News clips.
Yeah.
There's like nothing.
I feel like I don't. Maybe I haven't looked into it enough, but I feel like the Eric Adams scandals were not like that big, right? Like they bought him like airplane tickets or whatever.
Cheap. It was like he was like
he was really bad.
He got airline tickets from like the Turkish government to like do some like event where he dressed up like the Tasmanian devil.
What do you mean dressed up like the Tasmanian devil doesn't wear any clothes? What the fuck are you talking about?
He got naked.
It was something I was like.
Yeah, he dressed up like Bambi.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck, I was thinking of something. There was like a Turkish kind of themed like Looney Tunes.
Oh, like whirling dervishes.
Yeah, like that. That was what I was connecting in my head.
Yeah,
like
you know what? That is a good connection.
Turkey and Australia are pretty close. It's easy to get those mixed up.
No, because you're whirling around like the Tasmanian devil.
Like a high level fuck up. It was like kind of sophisticated. Like I was making high level connections.
It's connecting on material level, not of the outfit, but of the action. That's how we explain it.
Yeah. Like if I was a 2.5-year-old, they consider me very developed.
Yeah. That's what
I don't get into facts, dude.
Because you're all wreckers.
Yeah, we're Trotskyists.
Yeah. Being a wrecker must be so much fun.
It probably was really fun getting to just be one of those guys.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I think my sister does that. I think they're beast mode on that.
Your sister's a wrecker.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if they're like in like. I'm using like they're so far left that they're not like in any nominally like not like normal left organizations. Like they probably like write off like the PSL as being like reformist or something.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's
like legit. That's like legit. Like PSL still like runs in elections and stuff.
Yeah.
They're trying to have it both ways.
I remember going to protests and there would be like, or I went to like a protest in like Madison and there was this Trotskyist guy that approached us and like he was like trying to, I think of course he was trying to sell us a newspaper. It was like, yeah, you know, there's supposed to be, I love that they still love newspapers. Apparently there's like some Trotsky quote about the importance of newspapers and they take it incredibly literally.
Yeah, because he was referring to like the dominant medium of the time. So the equivalent of that would be podcasts, which is why we're the real Leninists and the real tradition.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Honestly, they would... I think they would probably like starve to death if they got to do if they like dedicated themselves to podcasts. It's good that they can like.
What if they did and they were like really good at it? Like they were like funny.
Yeah. It was just like prime like Opie and Anthony stuff. It wasn't even political. It was just like really funny.
I really do love how Cumtown has become like totally normalized and like left liberal circles.
That, you know what, it makes all the jokes in it when you listen to it a lot funnier knowing that it would just all be fine. All the jokes about like, you know, what if a retard was gay or whatever.
Yeah, it's like not only would like Zohran, like a socialist candidate for mayor of New York, be able to meet with the guy doing that, but like a month after he wins, he gets invited to DC to give like messaging like study sessions, which he did literally yesterday.
I don't want to talk about other podcasts too much, but I was listening to an old episode of Cumtown. It was funny that there was some joke about being the first senator to introduce a bill allowing basketball shorts, which I thought was prophetic.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I was thinking about like the evil Zohran stuff. Is that Fetterman basically did do that? Like
he kind of did. Yeah,
basically what he did.
Like random acts of violence. Like
It was funny. He was like basically like in 2017, he was just like constantly shit talking people.
He was making fun of John Ossoff for not
being a leftist.
Now look at him now. John Ossoff is a real leftist.
Mm-hmm. I want to read this one. What if Ronald Reagan caught AIDS from a blood transfusion? What if after John Hinckley Jr. shot Reagan in 1981, Reagan received a blood transfusion? With an AIDS gun. Received a blood transfusion tainted with HIV and developed AIDS. Honestly, that not much would change because Reagan was really good at hiding his diseases while in office.
Yeah. I like this.
It's just George H.W. Bush in scrubs, like slowly leaving the hospital.
This guy painted clown penis, just totally like just railroad, like just trucking past and saying they would have lied about it, like they faked everything else. They bought that role to the White House. The reason we came out of that era with so much less than we started because they put on a giant kabuki show, pretended the economy had recovered when average people never did. So they would have slapped the highest secrecy on it, which is Ronald Reagan getting AIDS from a blood transfusion, pretended nothing was wrong, and endangered everyone around the president. I like him being afraid for like James Baker's health here. Recall that they were aware of Reagan's advancing Alzheimer's disease before he ran for re-election, so we already know what they would have done. This is facts.
Yeah, I like that this is someone who is talking like a 60-year-old and their username is painted clown penis.
Yeah.
They're also
this is like a very liberal boomer like point to make.
You're probably right because he's in r/non-credible defense, which is like the Ukraine war memes subreddit. He's also in r/UFOs. Yeah, no, this is definitely a liberal boomer and r/Hearts of Iron 4. I'm like, this guy is like
liberal boomer with some fucking swag on.
Yeah. He's also posted this Hearts of Iron 4 screenshot. This is like sort of I have like such a crystal clear image of who this is in my mind. It's like more clear than a photograph. And he posted like a decision in like for if you're playing as Finland in Hearts of Iron 4. And he says, fascist Finland, would you like to be much, much more evil? And he's pointing to the decision to buy German equipment. So I guess, like, in his mind, he's saying that, like, they did that in Nazis. Yeah, they fought with the Nazis. So he's saying, like, if I was playing as Finland, I would never buy equipment from... Honestly, that is, like, kind of the move if you're this guy, is playing as Finland and then not giving Germany military access.
Yeah,
that's the only.
He's playing on it's like on playing on level 1.
Like yeah. It's like, oh, are you doing a challenge mode? He's like, what challenge mode? I would just never do that for my principles. I would never allow military access to Germany. I'm still fighting the Soviets.
Yeah.
And I think Mannerheim is cool. He's like making mods to get Mannerheim democratically elected. So
yeah.
He can play as him.
Yeah, this is Zelenskyism.
Yeah. Oh, he's also in Virginia, which I think is like even another cool thing that
Raytheon. He's like an executive there. That's why he plays Zohran for at 60.
This is Spencer's dad, I think.
This is Spencer's dad.
Here's one that I liked because this is the year is 1968. The USA is experiencing détente with and then he spells it with like the full German Gross Germanisch Reich. The 75-year-old, 380-pound Hermann Goering is going on a state visit to the USA. The year is 1968. The USA just says it again. He is taken to New York, but manages to escape his entourage. He enters a local McDonald's and uses his natural German charm to get a free Big Mac and large French fries. After eating, he walks out of the McDonald's and is jumped by 10 Jewish American men who are following him the entire time. He attempts to flee, but his fat ass fails him. He is almost beaten to death, but he lives. What is the political fallout of this? So I know this is posted like kind of as a joke, but it's kind of like the Brazilian teenager. Like he's pulling his punches with the scenario. It's like he doesn't die, but he is beaten up by 10 Jewish guys, and we want to know the implications of this. Like he is a fat ass, but he isn't dying entirely.
Speaking of the Brazilian teenager, I've been looking at his subreddit during this, and his fans created their own OC who's a Democrat, and he beats Ron DeSantis by 5 points. Again, with a tasteful map where he wins Georgia but not North Carolina. So like they're trying to be reasonable.
Yeah, I like that they're fighting fire with fire. The fire being like moderate but respectable electoral victories by your OC. I think that
they're having them win by like as much as Obama did in 2012.
Yeah, that is the like they're doing like they're going to do a presentation in class for this.
Yeah, like he passed like Obamacare, but not like universal health care.
Yeah,
it's like fine.
I think I might have one more. Do I have one more sent? The one about Hillary Clinton.
Actually, you know what?
Actually, wait. I want
about Emmett Till.
I want. Josh, I want you to read this one because it's another one that's like kind of moderate but just funny and how like weird it is.
Yeah,
I just resent it.
That actually, this guy kind of knows ball.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Then maybe not.
An interesting question. Like,
no interesting questions.
John Kenneth Galbraith was like one of those like weird like Oriental. He was like one of those like Kennedy best and brightest guys who was like. I think was not like into the Vietnam War, but he was like his thing was he was really into India. He was like part of like those like mid-century like Orientalists who would like dress up their wives in like Indian wedding outfits like for social events, and they fired all these people during the Red Scare, and without their expertise, that's the reason why we got into like 10 wars like at the latter half of the 20th century. Like, he was the only one of them who survived, and like he has like sons who are like also intellectuals, and one of them like wrote like a piece defending Zohran's economic proposals. So like, that would have been like a good pick for Obama, and it probably would have worked out.
God damn it! Well, the pick is for his son. I just thought it was funny, just like because I was just looking up his son, who was like the ambassador to Croatia, and I thought, without any context, I thought it was funny just to say like, what if the ambassador to Croatia did this? All right, Gus, what was yours?
No, he's part of like an actual.
It was about here. Let me fucking.
And this guy Paladin Wolf 777 just rips into this guy like,
okay,
like 4 paragraphs just shitting on him.
Okay,
and like the guy was he was like he's like no, Obama couldn't not have appointed Hillary. He needed to put her into government because she would have turned on him if he didn't play ball. She would have slung so much mud at him. It would have split support away from him, and he couldn't have. Like the only way that Trump could have lost the election, he goes immediately towards like Trump, like this being about Trump losing the election, and this guy's like, I was interested in how Obama's foreign policy would be affected. Like this guy, like just fucking like just is so mean.
I love this guy. I love this guy's profile too, because he's saying, as a bisexual person, I don't care about Pride Month. He's also saying in r/Hunger Games, has anyone noticed that Snow doesn't use Katniss's first name? And then he's also posting about shotguns that he's looking at acquiring. This guy is like this guy is probably Ron DeSantis' strongest soldier, if we're being honest. Oh yeah, no, and then he's posting like a meme of like Beto working a trash can. It says Beto luck next time.
Yes!
And r/The Last Airbender. Yeah, no, this guy is like yeah. This guy is.
He's also at the same time. He's also saying,
what if he made a post that was like everything changed when the Democrat nation attacked?
No, but like in this reply to this guy who asked like this kind of measured question, like he's saying if Bernie beat Hillary and won the nomination, Trump would have been in trouble. So he's like this psychotic, just like irritable dick, but like obsessed with guns and makes fun of like Tim Walz for being a pussy. Because it's like, oh, if Bernie won, Trump would have been in a tricky situation because of his high favorability ratings. It's like, okay, he's like a gun rights pessimist or something.
Those are the funniest guys online, are the guys that are like so angry but still like clear-headed about things.
Yeah.
It's like the guy.
Pessimists are my favorite version of this, where they're like, Trump is the best fucking president ever, but we're also probably going to lose the House in differential turnout in 2026.
Yeah, the guys who are like, I think that we should maybe like break off relations with Israel because apparently the SJWs are going to steal the election if we don't, or something like that. Those guys. I think I've seen a few of those, but yeah, just guys that, or that reminds me of the guy. I think we went on like r/pickup artist, and there was some guy that's like, guys, we need to be much nicer about consent because even though we all know that girls are really indecisive about if no means no or not, we need to be extra careful because they're probably going to falsely accuse us anyway. So remember to always respect consent. It was like, okay, I think you got most of the way there.
Yeah, it's like how I think my favorite version of this was Richard Spencer becoming a Democrat because most of the well-educated whites that he wanted to run the country were liberals, not conservatives. So he was like, I do my best to empower them if I vote for their party.
Yeah, it was like I think
it's right, not white. It is white, but the white Democratic Party is white supremacist AF.
Yeah, I think he's like, well, Biden's programs are going to be more sensible for everyone, and that includes the white race. So like, I'll vote for him. I remember Richard Spencer is so interesting. I want to write something about him because like his whole like political journey is so wild. Well, I think that's it for the episode today. Thanks for coming on, Josh.
Thanks for coming on, Josh.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
This is great. I didn't have to do fucking shit, dude. I was on the phone like half of this.
You got to tune out.
Yeah. Not even were you interested in the Ed Donald stuff?
No, the Ed Donald stuff was sick. It was mostly towards the end that I started to go up.
Just talking about the ambassadors.
I think something like in my brain switched to TV static when I heard about the ambassador to Croatia.
Well, if you want to hear more about ambassadors, go subscribe to Josh's newsletter. Yeah. Okay, he's hilarious. Dude, the ambassador Croatia.
We're hanging out next week. You can tell me in person.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk all about the ambassadors next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.